though, bro. He had to bring up that World Series earlier. He gonna learn what it's like passing on a real defense. I'm casted right now. I just started the game. I'll be back.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Here's Mecole Hardman.
Yeah, that motherfucker fast.
And his they'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Ball carrier.
Man, my guy got some speed though.
Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
There's a ball thrown right side.
Whoa, what the hell? My dude just froze.
And he takes this
Whoa, Campbell just straight froze out of bounds.
A big play there on the catch and run. 74.
Man, Campbell straight froze out of bounds on that hook.
Goal. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They run with Breida. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
The tackle made.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Winston. And he's got it. Only
Come on,
3
man.
yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Of the goal line.
I'm not so slow in these reactions. He really got Jameis Winston back there.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Winston keeps it himself. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jameis Winston. Touchdown number 18 on the year.
See, when I
And
get
the
tired,
Bears
I'm
take
like
it all the
dumbass
way down the
defense.
field
I
and
should have got
score
picked
on
up.
the opening drive.
The score, Bears 7.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-yard game.
How you got that
And
win,
that'll
too?
carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes now on first down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
7 yards there and a first down. He's the reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd
Absolutely.
make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Winston completes it to Hardman. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Hardman on the return.
Bring in the second string.
And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
I stay up, you better at least give me a game.
Ready to go for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
He was taken down by Reuben Foster. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Browns 14, Bears 7.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
To the running back.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. But they're looking
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Part of what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
What's up?
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long time.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Isaiah Simmons showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
It's 2nd down.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Jameis to throw it. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one, and a 1st down.
And the Bears.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
8-yard line.
Check. Lucky. Watch the motion.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Browns 35, Bears 7. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Chicago.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Flushed out right. He'll have a first down past the 40. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And this offense continues to pour it on. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Browns 42, Bears 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Nick Boyle, incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Complete to number 14.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Fielded right around the 8. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Yo, what up? Can you hear me? I didn't even realize my mic was muted.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he's going to
Yeah, I'm
lose
playing Badge
yardage.
right
He'll
now.
be backed up
Just
to the 25.
fucking, it's not a good
That
one for
really
him.
sets
At least
him
getting
back.
some
A
stats
loss of
with
6.
my backups and rookies.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7 by Kyle Fuller.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And the way this... And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first.
Oh, I'll punt it to you, Badge. Don't quit. Never tried that play.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
And what is this?
In punt formation.
They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Oh, that's weak.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end
Yo,
zone
I'm gonna
for a
use that
touchback.
fucking play I just used on Badge though one of these times.
The
Did you
Bears
see that or
offense
not?
ready to go for their next drive.
I did the
And Charles,
fullback,
good news,
the
they got
fake
the stop
punt,
defensively.
fullback
The bad
punt.
news, this is a huge hole that they're in right now. How do they start to dig
I mean,
out
it
of
was 4th
That's
and
a great
2.
question because we're
Yeah,
not
but
even
I
going to talk about how they win it, right?
Badge
We want to
wasn't
see how
in
they
it.
can kind of claw back and at least make themselves feel better about the game because this one is likely out of reach, but maybe one possession at a time. Try and play a little bit better and have some respect when you come out of the game.
The throw there finding its way to Boyle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Well, here's a 1st down throw that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. A throw over the middle taken in. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those
Well, you
last two
watching the
plays.
esports shit on All Pro Sim?
A 1st down throw for Winston. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up second.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Breida. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start checking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
The Browns take
just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected?
Dude, this rookie White, bro. I tried to get Journey. If I can get this dude boosted, that's why I'm using him. I'm trying to get his stats. I don't like that. This rookie White's going to be nice.
The clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Oh, I had the whole
too.
See, I just got to
but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by the longtime member of these Browns, Joe Schobert. Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And a quick throw here that's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Oh, that's good.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Badge, if you play the whole 4th quarter, man, I'll play you an MLB afterward.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
54's Mike. Check. Watch the green, Griffin.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They find some open field here. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Here's Hardman on the return.
Chill, bro.
I don't know what was going on there.
He did that to himself. He's doing shit to
This is
himself.
going to be a safety.
I'm doing
Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated
I don't
offensive
know why he
unit.
did that. He just purposely got himself a safety.
Right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now?
I'm using my
What would they be doing? They'd be chanting.
Now the ball comes loose, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I mean, it's good to practice plays either way. Win or lose, get some stats. You know,
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you,
Bad
in
just
the
sell it,
2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. That were
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there.
Come on, Badge. Don't sell, bro.
As his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I mean, if you want to concede, bro. It's fine. I wanted to try to use my guys.
try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it
No
away
fun to
following
play
the
like that.
touchdown. Here's Hardman on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing, Winston. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
The Bears' 1st down.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Eluding the pressure. And Winston lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And now look at him go.
He's going to make everything happen.
And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD.
Touchdown.
And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. Tucker now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Browns 65, Bears 14. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Winston. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Winston. And now here is another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Here's Hardman on the return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They can't hang with us. Wait.
Back to it after the pick six. Winston. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Here's Winston. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action now. Winston trying to lay one up deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I got one. Hey, 43. Watch out.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short gain down to about the 33. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they take a knee.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they will take a knee here.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
So they lost yardage and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Bears 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Hardman on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The return. The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? And now here is another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Touchdown.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Here's Hardman on the return. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
On the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now...
And my goodness, another interception. And he lost the football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Today's final score, Browns 80.
Nah, we're on quarantine. They shut the school down and went to remote. Oh, what the hell? I didn't get my stats. Oh. Nah, I got him. I don't know what happened. I could tell he checked out, though. He just kept throwing them, man. Oh, it's got blue screen.